friends, how are you? Welcome to Kid Spot. I am enjoying this series so much, I don't want it to end. But also, I'm so excited to start a new one, aren't you? Well, let's warm up our brains a little bit. Are you with me? Let's do it.
Exercise your brain by shouting out the answers to some brain teasers. How did the duck cross the river without getting wet? The river was frozen. What's green and smells like blue paint? Green paint. What word begins and ends with an E but only has one letter? An envelope.
Amazing! I feel like my head is burning. I love today's brain teasers. Well, I am sure we know what is next, right? Can you shout it out with me at the count of 3? 1, 2, 3! Bible story! Yes, let's go.
So I've been thinking.
About an awesome story from the Bible?
You know it.
Who's it about?
A woman named Abigail.
Hey!
Now that's a new one. What's her deal?
Well, she was married to a man named Nabal, and he was super rich.
Like owned a fleet of airplanes, chilling with your personal butler and elevator in your castle kind of rich?
Kinda. He had tons of land, 1,000 goats, and 3,000 sheep.
Nabal and Abigail living that billionaire lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
I'd be down for that.
So one time, David...
Wait. David? As in the same guy who killed that giant warrior who was taller than like 3 rocket ships stacked together?
Yes, same David that killed Goliath, but I don't think he was quite that tall. Anyways, Abigail's story takes place after that, but before David became king.
Gotcha.
So David and his men were traveling close to where Nabal and Abigail lived, and they were starting to run low on supplies.
Running out of cheese puffs.
Yeah. So David and Nabal went way back. David had even done some favors for Nabal in the past, so he decided to ask Nabal for some food and drinks for him and his men.
Hitting up his bro. Smart.
Yep. But when Nabal heard this, he pretended like he didn't know David at all. Nabal was being selfish and refused to help him.
Oof, cold. Guess he ain't his bro no mo.
Yeah, David was not happy. He kept thinking about all he had done for Nabal, and that made him angry. He wanted to get revenge, so he told his men to put on their swords.
Just a heads up, Nabal. This guy that took down a giant one time is coming for ya. I'd be like, here's 100 burgers. Can I interest you in some pickles? Crushed ice in your Cokes, my man?
Right? Meanwhile, one of Nabal's servants knew that what Nabal was doing wasn't the best thing. So he went to find Abigail, who was known for being kind and caring.
And Abigail swoops in to save the day.
Exactly. When Abigail heard what was going on, she probably had a million thoughts running through her head.
Like, I've got to save my fam. What should I do? What is Nabal thinking? I'll never cook his favorite meal of shepherd's pie, curly fries, and brownies a la mode ever again.
Maybe. But even in the middle of all the chaos happening around her and inside of her, Abigail was able to think about what the best thing to do was.
I got it. Abby walked right up to Nabal like, put on that chef's hat and get the grill going.
Nope. She acted quickly and handled things herself. She gathered up a lot of great things for David and his men as a gift.
Abby coming through. Clutch.
And without telling Nabal, she saddled up her donkey. She went out with all of her gifts to meet David and his men, who were headed her way with swords drawn.
Abort the mission! Mobile food delivery headed your way, David!
Nope, she didn't turn around. Instead, she walked right up to David.
What are you doing, Abigail? They have swords!
She wasn't scared. Instead, Abigail bowed down, fell at David's feet, and apologized for how her husband had acted. David was so surprised that he stopped and praised God for how kind Abigail had been to him. Because of her quick thinking, David didn't do something he would have regretted later.
Whew, crisis averted.
Yep. Abigail's choice to focus on thinking about what was best reminds us that we can do the same thing. Because we have sinful thoughts at times, we can sometimes make selfish choices. When that happens, God wants us to stop and ask Him to help us think about what is best.
Have you ever found yourself not knowing what to do? Sometimes we make selfish choices, but just as Abigail, we can stop and pray and catch that thought and check it with God and ask Him to change it. Remember, think about what is best. Well, let's get ready to practice our memory verse. 1, 2, 3. Don't live the way the world lives. Let your thinking be completely changed. Then you will be able to test what God wants for you. And you will agree that what He says is right. Romans 12:2. Awesome, friends. See you. Bye.